19 Kansas at unranked Oklahoma. Quarterback update for you. So Jalen Daniels, doubtful. We don't think he's going to play. We do think Dillon Gabriel is likely to return. Not for sure yet. Oklahoma favored by 7.5 at home in this one. Total 64 in a hook. Danny, you get first say.
Man, remember I told you I didn't take any favorites over a touchdown in the Big 12?
No, but I've basically kind of like blanked on everything in the Big 12 because, you know, for my mental sanity.
I lied.
Okay.
I lied.
Okay.
I'm going to take Oklahoma here, and in large part because I do think Dillon Gabriel comes back. And I hope he does. Like, if he doesn't, I want this bet off the table as quickly as I can. But he was close to playing last week against Texas. They did have him out there. They were trying to play little games and try to make it look like he was playing, but I do think he was close. And I think another week removed from that concussion that he had a few weeks ago, I think he'll be cleared to play. And I do think there is a massive drop-off in backup, as I just mentioned. But I do think the offense will get back on track. And I'm curious to see how Kansas does in this position. Jason Bean did play phenomenally well. 4 touchdowns, 1 interception. It's a little bit different when you have to think about being the starter. Like, what happens? All the eyes are on you. You are the guy. And I'm just going to go with the flat-out desperation of Oklahoma's squad. Losing 3 in a row, they absolutely cannot afford to have this game close. I'm going to say they run away with it, clear that number, and get the cover and the win. And you can breathe a little bit of a sigh of relief, at least for this week, Amanda.
Yeah, this line has baked in the fact that Dillon Gabriel is going to start at 7.5 points. I mean, this Kansas team has not led you to think that they couldn't keep this margin closer, especially the way Oklahoma's looked the last few weeks. There's a lot of concerns I have, though, about this Oklahoma team. Obviously, a lot of the big plays the defense has given up, that's an issue. I mean, we're talking about a shutout and the amount of points that were given up last week. We haven't seen this since 1945 in Oklahoma. So a lot of concerns about the direction of where this team's going right now. I do think they'll be in a better place with Dillon Gabriel because of his ability to operate Jeff Levy's offense. Because if he's not playing, apparently we're just running Wildcat right now. So not many adjustments or not much faith in the backups there in Norman. But the reality is they should be fine here. I think they get back on track. Jason Bean's solid, and you talked about his performance last week. Here's the problem. You know, they're one of the more creative offenses at KU as far as what they do, utilizing Jalen Daniels and Jason Bean. You don't have that in your back pocket anymore. A lot of that deception, a lot of the creativity that you're utilizing with a 2-quarterback system, having 1 play running back, 1 play wide receiver at times, that's no longer a part of your call sheet. I think it's going to be a little harder for KU to develop that sort of offense versus Oklahoma. Even as bad as they've looked, go back to the TCU game. It's about 3 or 4 plays, the big plays that they gave up. For the rest of the game, they actually played pretty well. So I'm with Oklahoma here. I'm with you here, Danny. I'll lay the 7.5 points.
Our first lock unity. How about that? Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis. No yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.